How many of you had a cup of coffee today? Can I see some hands up, please? There you go, almost everyone. I guess some people at the back did not drink coffee, they're still sleeping. But how many of you know where that coffee came from? I don't mean the Nespresso booth over there or the supermarket. I mean, where was that coffee grown? Not all of us may know, but all of us should care. I work at TechnoServe. We are a non-profit that fights poverty through the power of good business. And how do most people in poverty earn their living? Through farming. Yes, most of them rely on agriculture to make their incomes. So today, I want to tell you a story of some coffee farmers and how they're fighting poverty through the power of cooperation. 5 years ago, a hurricane tore through the American island of Puerto Rico. Winds of nearly 300 kilometers per hour hit the island, ripping apart houses and farmland. 3,000 people, almost the entire size of the audience here in Game Changers, lost their lives. One farmer, the next day, looked out her window to the farm where her family had been growing coffee for 4 generations. She said, it was all destroyed. In fact, 80% of all the coffee trees in Puerto Rico were destroyed. Hundreds of people, thousands of people lost their main source of income in an instant, from the day to the other. So, how do you bring back an entire coffee sector and help these farmers rebuild their lives? We need some really good partners, a lot of cooperation. These are the leaders of some of the partner organizations in Puerto Rico the year after the hurricane, on the ground. They all got together to combine their different strengths to address 4 key needs of the farmers in Puerto Rico. First, they needed to replant millions of trees that had been destroyed by the hurricane. We had the World Coffee Research and Starbucks joining the efforts and giving seedlings to these farmers to rebuild their farms. Second, farmers needed training to ensure they would grow better, stronger, more resilient coffee that would get them better prices. That's when we, TechnoServe, came in. That's our CEO there on the right. We brought our expertise of over 50 years training smallholder farmers in Africa and Latin America. Third point, farmers also needed a reliable buyer that would pay good money for good coffee. And that's, of course, Nespresso, paying a high premium price for the good quality coffee of Puerto Rico. And fourth and final point, to do all of that, you also need money. They needed capital to fund all the rebuilding efforts. First, the Hispanic Federation, led by the family of Lin-Manuel Miranda, you may recognize the man in the middle from the musical Hamilton. His family, together with the Rockefeller Foundation and the Colibri Foundation, brought fundings to the program to help rebuild the island. Putting this all together, we get what Lin-Manuel Miranda called the Coffee Avengers, a group bringing all their strengths to fight for a greater cause. Now, I don't think Marvel is going to make a movie out of this anytime soon. But if there's one thing that this partnership brought, it has really assisted the real superheroes of this story. The coffee farmers of Puerto Rico, who had fought every single day for the past 5 years to bring back the pride of their island and their hope for their future, their coffee. Today, coffee is once again growing healthy and strong in Puerto Rico. Last year, the total island production came close to the levels before the hurricane. And remember that coffee farmer that I mentioned at the beginning that woke up to find her entire farm destroyed? Her name is Abuela Ortiz, and today she's growing 7 acres of excellent quality coffee. She's even teaching her children to be her family's 5th generation of coffee farmers. And these are the type of people behind the cup of coffee that you all had today. The cup of coffee that you have every single day. People like you, people like me, people that love coffee, love their families, and want the chance to nurture them both. So, the next time you buy a cup of coffee, you should ask for more than just sugar or milk. Ask where that coffee came from. Ask what the company is doing to support the farmers producing their coffee. Ask how they're fighting climate change, how they're protecting the environment, how they're helping local communities to thrive. In this way, we can all be partners to build a more beautiful and sustainable world. Thank you very much.